You can go on your live Facebook as well. Oh yeah, because I got you on this thing. Okay, so hit that link. Hit that link right there, and I'll be able to pull you up here on the channel. What you say? Yeah, all you got to do is click that link. If you click that link in the chat, yep. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Hold on. Okay, I see you. Hold on. I see you. I had to put on my glasses. You know the old man, right? There you go. You see me? You can't see yourself? Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. There you go. Okay, now what you got to do is you got to hang up the phone now uh, on the regular telephone. Hang up the regular telephone. We're gonna speak strictly through here. All right.
Yeah, I don't hear the
Okay.
echo no more. All right.
There we go. There we go. Hey, welcome, brother. Welcome.
What's good? We live right now?
Yes, sir. We is live right now. Hold
Big
on.
bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, man, taking out the time, man. I know, man, you a busy, busy man. I caught you earlier today, and you was on your way from church, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
I was about to say, bro, before we get started, I want to introduce our proud sponsor, Harito. So this is, yeah, man. This now they're not really our sponsor, but my hope is that if I give them shout outs on enough of these videos, they'll start kicking us some money. because I do be drinking these, big bro. I be hitting them up.
Oh
So
yeah. Hey,
one day we're gonna get that sponsorship money.
hey, I know you right there, man.
And, wait, hold on. Jarito is not just a drink; it's the drink. All right,
The-
now we can go ahead.
hey, you know what? I never taste one of them before. I did one day though. My son, man, my son, he actually was like, "Dad, have you ever had these?" I'm like, "No." So, you know, so he literally plugged me in with it, man, and I'm gonna say it tastes great, man. I ain't gonna even lie. So I
Shoot,
feel what you're saying, bro.
thank you. You ain't lying.
Hey, now since you got the sponsoring thing out of the way, now
All right,
would you want
yeah,
to introduce yourself, brother?
man. My name is Selah Brooks. So I'm a businessman, an entrepreneur. So I run two companies. My first company is Phenomenal Photo Booth Company. So I actually started that company when I was laid off from my job. I was a marketing and sales rep for 5 years. I ended up switching companies. I got laid off after 6 months. The only way a homie could pay his bills was to rent my photo booth. That because like so my rent, daycare, car payment, all that stuff, man. So I end up turning a really bad situation into a great situation. And so end up doing my thing with that company, being booked by Notre Dame, First Source Bank, Methodist Hospital, Franciscan Hospital, Tech Credit Union. So to say the least, so running that thriving business, and then I also opened up a company called Stronger Version Media last week, actually. And so that business, a personal branding coach and a content creation coach. So the reason why I was able to blow up my photo booth business the way I did was because I started learning how to build a personal brand. Excuse me, that's a Harito catching up with me. But I started learning how to build a personal brand, put my story out there on Facebook, which I believe is one of the easiest platforms to start building a personal brand and to build an audience. So I started to learn these things, learn how to get the content popping, and so through that, I started getting a lot of eyeballs and a lot of attention. And so I started getting really good at this social media thing, man. And I had a homie that told me, hey man, like, could you teach me how to make videos like this and content like that? So I just started showing people on the side for free. And my homie was like, bro, this is so good. You actually need to host a workshop and then charge people. So 2 months ago, I did that. I held my first personal branding content creation seminar. And so I did it with the Michigan City Police Department right there in a conference room. They let me have a free space. So I had 30 people show up to that class. I charged $150 per person. My second seminar, that one was virtual, and then I had 37 people show up to that class. So now I'm just trying to build this business, and so yeah, man. So bro, it's been a journey. If anybody wanna connect with me, y'all can follow me on Instagram, Selah Brooks underscore, or just go to Facebook at Selah Brooks and check out my content.
Man. I swear, brother, you got a lot going on, and you said a lot. But the most important thing, what I like about what you're saying is that you really put your best foot forward. You didn't sit back. You wasn't waiting on a handout for something. You literally made it happen for you. And
Yeah,
that's why all of these big things is going so great for you, my brother. Hey, I'm just so happy to be a part of this as well.
yeah,
You
man.
mentioned one thing. We mentioned one thing. We have to get it up here. There you go, right there. What's that?
Yeah.
You know?
That's the new logo, man. Come on now. And so,
Yeah.
man, bro, if you don't mind me sharing, so Stronger Version Media, this is my new business name. And when I say new, it's new. So originally, this company was called True Version Media. So because I was teaching people how to be their true, authentic self and building their personal brand and their audience, right? And so when I told you I worked for a marketing company, I was with one company for 5 years, and when I was 19, and so that company, I left them, and we kind of got into this huge little beef that was going on. And so a couple years down the road, when I started True Version Media, they actually stole that business name. I didn't register it correctly. My business license ended up getting rejected, and I didn't know. And so they went to the NBiz website, and then they purchased my business name that I was operating under. So I had to close down True Version Media. And I also knew Rob during this time for a while at this point. And man, there's something to be said about knowing who you are as a person,
That's
and
right.
then standing on what you believe in. So I
Right.
went to war virtually with an established marketing company, and I beat these old white dudes like something crazy, whooped on them. And and through that, because the reason I had to start my photo booth business was because I couldn't get a marketing sales job, because when I was laid off, they was throwing so much dirt on my name, nobody wanted to hire me. Then when
Yeah.
I started my photo booth business, I was getting blackballed. So you build business connections, throughout the years and stuff. And so with them, they basically again was throwing so much dirt on my name. 95% of the numbers that was in my phone, they didn't want to do business with me when I was trying to call them and say, hey, you want to rent my photo booth. So I was already getting blackballed in the industry when I first started, which don't happen. Nobody starts something and then immediately get blackballed. So I
Right.
had to make it out of that situation, and that's why I was like, you know what? If y'all don't want to work with me, f all y'all. I don't need you. But I am about to go figure out how to build an audience, because I still got to provide for my kids. And so that's what happened. So the name Stronger Version Media is really a statement more than it is a name. So I had the True Version Media and they stole that. But it really was like, anytime I took an L in my life, and particularly with those 4 years that these dudes have been on my head, bro. You hear me?
Uh-huh. What you
On my
mean?
head,
You
trying
mean
to
the
bury me.
people?
I, yeah, the people that stole my business name. They've been doing this kind of stuff for me for about 4 years. Every time they did something to me, I always came back stronger. So the Stronger Version Media was really a name, because I'm a stronger version. I just do
That's
media.
right.
You feel what I'm saying? And
That's right.
so, yeah, man. So, yeah, my wife told me, hey, man, leave these white people alone. Yeah, they stole your business name. Just go about your business. My pastor told me to turn up the cheek. Big bro, we had a conversation. He was like, Sailor, man, bro, just pick another name and you keep moving and ignore them. But they're bullies. And so, man, I really had to step out, because usually when everybody telling you to do something and you do the opposite thing, 9 times out of 10 you're wrong.
That's
And
right.
you
That's
should
right.
listen to your people. But man, I had it on my heart. I had it on my spirit. I'm like, now, nah, I'm not backing down. The only way to make a bully leave you alone is really to beat their ass. So I had to do it through the content, man. And now I'm operating free and clear. They a distant memory. They know not to bring you here. And so it just it's empowering, man, because a lot of times, a big dog think he a big dog until he meet a bigger dog. You see what I'm saying? And so now that we got that situation out the way, Stronger Version Media, we can go do our thing. We don't have to worry about people, knocking down and kicking down the blocks.
That's right. You carved out your own little personal name, uh,
Right.
and that right there, that takes a lot of, like you say, stronger
Hmm.
brain power as well, because you
Yeah.
could have, like when you was going up against them, me and you had that conversation, remember?
Hmm.
And you like, Rob, nah, I have to really stand up for what I believe in. And I'm
Right.
like, you right. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And look at you now. You didn't bounce back with the stronger version. And I'm literally proud of you, man. Like I said, your work ethic, um, your drive, all of that, that says a lot, man, about you as a person. So I'm really glad to be a part of your team, brother. I'm really glad to be working with you. And like you said,
Yeah.
things is finna be looking up real soon, man. I can't wait.
Right. Hey, and it's already been looking up, and bro, and I just want to thank you for being in my corner, bro, the whole time. And it's something to be said. We had the conversation earlier today, man. If you don't have people around you that's trying to hold you accountable, if you don't have people that's sometimes going to tell you what you don't want to hear, That was not really your people,
Mhm.
you know. And so, like, man, no matter what decision I made, because once I make up my mind, once that mind of mine is made up, boy, it ain't none but action, emotion coming
Hey,
after that. But
I'm glad you said it.
but man, dude, just being able to have you as a partner, man, a business partner, a big brother, a mentor, and most importantly, man, a
Mhm.
friend has been like gold to me because we already talked about it, man. It's so hard to find good people. You see what I'm saying? That really want to see you win. And sometimes, man, you do have to have hard conversations.
Exactly.
But that's the main thing is like you have to look at that person's body of work up until that conversation in that friendship or that relationship, man. You ain't never told me wrong. So if you like, hey, young dog, I know you young, you about the action. Simmer down. You gotta look at where the information coming
Right.
from. You see what I'm saying? And so, man, I just appreciate your wise counsel, bro.
Hey, but with that being said, it take two. Like I can say a lot, but it's up to you to really listen and appreciate it. So I would like to say, man, thank you for really listening. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for really, caring about me just sharing, my wise thoughts. Like I say, it took me a long time to get here, man. I had to simmer down myself. And, but wisdom comes with age, my brother. So,
Hmm.
I'm just glad that you able enough to see that and humble yourself in the process as well. Because me and you, we have these talks all the time. The older version and the young version, and it's like what you said. A lot of times, the young people they don't be wanting to hear what the older people have to say. You know,
Hmm.
and I blame them not so much. Because I was once young as well. But the one thing I can say when you have a wise person that has been around, you know, half of 100, right? When you do have when you do have that type of wise person, now the age sometimes don't make you wise as well, you know,
That's right.
and most importantly, the humbleness in the age. That's the
Mhm.
key to it. That's what do it for me and you. I believe that's why me and you get along and work so well together because we both coming from a humble place. We both coming from a learning place. Like,
Yeah,
it ain't no person that really feels as though one person is bigger than the other. And we both here to
that's right.
learn.
That's right.
So that's the key, young blood, and that's what I appreciate from you. And like when we do be having these conversations, it's like we be having them deep conversations. And what's the first thing I say to you? I say, that is a topic for the YouTube universe. Don't I
Yeah,
say that?
yeah. All the time. All the time.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm over here, man, right now, doing group chats, trying to get people to engage into this. You could do
Hmm.
that as well over there on your side. Like get people on from your side of the channel, send them the
Yeah.
link, send them the link to this video. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Actually, I'm doing this as I'm learning, man. I'm learning and I'm doing this as well. I've been a part of this for a
Yeah.
minute. It's just is to be on this stage now. Now I gotta get, like you say, I gotta learn a little bit more. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
right.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm with it though. I'm with it though.
Shoot, but it don't stop, man. Like, it's crazy. So I actually, man, I've been on this journey. You've been doing it longer than me, right? But I'm only in this for a year. Bro, think about, and this is, I'm not as consistent as I should be as far as like putting content out there, doing my podcast episodes and whatnot, right?
Right.
But imagine, but look how far I have came in this
Yeah.
year span, right? Imagine if I really locked in. Now, excuse me, bro, but life be lifing. So like sometimes do some stuff, it come up and hit you. Like for example, the business name getting stolen, having to shut that company down,
Right.
or having my daughter with me for 4 months because we couldn't find a good daycare for her to go to. Man, so
Right.
I was losing money, but I wasn't really making money. So that was a hard thing. And it's anybody that got a 1 year old, man, sometimes it's really hard to get content because when
Definitely.
she sleep, you got to sleep. You feel me? And they I don't want to say needy. I don't know if that's the right word, but they needy. They need things. You see
Kids,
what I'm saying?
kids is needy. Yes.
Yeah. So like it was really hard for me to lock in, but now, like you said, things is looking up not only on the business side of things, but also like behind the curtain stuff that's going on in the house. So now, I'm looking forward to now I'm not even gonna wait till next year. So man, F all these what do you call it? New Year's resolutions. I'm making them today resolution.
You
You see what
making
I'm
them
saying?
today? Okay.
Today resolution. Like bro, it's time for me to lock in before we even get to the new year. Because what happens is, people they'll come up on 2026 and then they just feel like because they close their eyes and wish for something at midnight that all this magic gonna happen. Bro, it's take time to create a habit.
Definitely.
So like just because it's January 1st, you think that your body and your mind and your spirit automatically gonna start doing the right things and being consistent or following the goals. Nah, bro. This is why a lot of people fall off when February comes. I'm about to start building the habits right now. So next time when the new year do come, bro, I'm already in motion. I'm already
Right.
disciplined. I'm already have everything set up. So yeah, man, I ain't waiting to January 1st. I'm starting today, man.
Hey, the funny thing is like uh we have we had a date plan, right? We had a date plan for the end of this month to start our podcast. That's the that's the funny thing. But
Yeah.
following back with what uh, you said you ain't waiting. Cause boy, I'm thinking our date was set for later on during the month. You said, "No, Rob, let's do something this coming up Sunday." I say, "This Sunday?" Remember,
Yeah, no,
you
yeah.
remember
You said
that?
this Sunday, like this coming Sunday. But you know what though, bro? I'll tell you what, man. Sometimes my action, my eagerness to get started is a blessing, and
Doggone
then
right.
sometimes it's a curse. So sometimes, like you say, a young dog, right? Sometimes you do got to yank the chain, but like, hey, hold on, man.
Hey, but you see when you sprung it on me, I say, "Wait a minute, this."
Just like
You like, yeah. Hey, I'm like, I'm with it. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what, bro? And look what we doing. Just getting on the live, bro. This is
Yes.
this is like just breadcrumbs, man. We
Yes.
just getting started, bro. So sometimes, like we talked about it this morning, just doing the little work. You see what I'm saying? So hey, he was like, all right, bro. Can we jump on the live? Can we get the live going? And I'm like, yeah. Because this is this today, man. Rob, to be 100% honest with you, bro, it's a circle around today that I put on my calendar, and I put to this day is a start of something great. I put that on my calendar today, man. I circled it because I don't ever want to forget the day that I recommitted and everything that I've been through. Like I told you, man, from being blackballed to literally learn how to work social media to generate income for an entire business or for an entire family. Man, you know how hard these things was to overcome? Like extremely hard, man. And so now I feel like I was running with the parachute, bro.
Right, right.
I ain't got one no more. I don't have anything holding me back. The only thing holding me back is me. So if I'm the
Right.
only thing holding me back, bro, I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to get out my own way and go crazy.
And that's what it's about sometimes. A lot of us would be in our own way. And a lot of times it ain't even really our fault. Just like you said earlier, life do be life, and brother, that's for sure. And then it's only 24 hours in the day. I don't know who
That's
created that, but I guess they figure if they gave us too much time, boy, ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying?
that's true. That's true.
Hey,
Hey,
you figure
that's on both things, on the good side and like the productive side and the unproductive side. Too much time ain't good.
either way.
Either way. Imagine, can you imagine giving unproductive people smoking weed and robbing houses or whatever an extra 2 hours? They get they get an extra 2 hours. Shoot, they about to go crazy. They need to go to bed. You know what I'm
Hey, you
saying?
ain't even say 4. You said extra 2 hours.
Extra two. Yeah, just shoot, just a 2 more hours. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I might have to move to a different neighborhood.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, you gotta do that anyway, brother. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Uh, these time of days. Speaking of that, I be seeing a lot of people, man, just be moving,
Hmm.
and well, let's just say, I be watching celebrities, right? I
Okay.
watch, yeah, I watch celebrities because a lot of people, whether we realize it or not, uh, the people who control this whole world, the universe, they send people out there like the celebrities to really handle us, right? Now you have to be lucky and blessed enough to follow your own lead, sort of like yourself, brother. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but a lot of times, yeah, the people who control this universe, they put the celebrities out here for people to follow. So I don't know, man. Like I say, you is a special kind of person, young brother, and you a young brother, and I really appreciate your style of handling yourself, and also how you handle your family, as well. You really care deeply about how you present yourself with your family at a young
Hmm.
age, and that's very rare these days, um, to see a young brother really taking full responsibility of their family and how they want to direct the family unit. Now,
Hmm.
the reason why I find that to be real special is because not only you don't see that, and I didn't have um, that growing up to see. Most of us don't have that father figure to see that, fatherly role model. And for you to be young and you making your steps and putting your steps down to be the best version, in process, you are humble enough to take the right advice. That's
Hmm.
what I also like about you as well. You just don't think you got it all figured out. Uh, you literally, you asking questions. You going to classes, young brother. You going to self development classes, young brother.
Hmm.
Uh, that's a lot of self work. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you ought to be proud of yourself, young brother, to really be doing that.
Yo, so real quick, just a refresher. Is that the topic today?
You know what? We just freestyling today. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
said,
All right. I'm about to say 'cause that, bro. That sure was a good way to slide the topic in there. But
hey,
if
but
we
go ahead.
freestyle,
Hey, you can speak on it though.
oh, for sure. So check this out, man. I really, I really learned a lot of the like the philosophy behind personal development through sports, bro. Just so
Okay.
I moved around a lot. Like I told you, my mom and my dad we got divorced when I was 3.
Uh-huh.
So my dad at 9 years old, I'll never forget in Mobile, Alabama, I played for a Pop Warner team called the Navico Vikings, right?
Okay.
So at 9, I realized that I'm not that good. And I'm talking about at football, right? I'm not that good. Those other kids had already been playing before. They had already knew the system. They had already knew the plays. They already been at a bunch more practices because I just showed up a little bit before the season started. this is how I always felt in my life. I always felt like I was behind. Everybody always got a lot more than when I like when I get to where I get to, everybody else already got stuff figured out. They already got a foundation. They already got the playbook, and so I always felt behind. So what this taught me was when you talk about like the humble part and then understanding like there's work that needs to be done. It does come
Yeah,
from being humble, bro. You who is you? You're not that good, dog. Why you think you even if somebody do got your spot, who cares, bro? Putting the work anyway. Because
hey,
if
hey,
you was, what's up?
I have to stop you with that. I saw your highlight, young brother. I saw your
Mhm.
highlights. Like you just said you wasn't that good. That ain't what your highlight said. Your highlight
Yeah,
showed you doing pretty good.
those were the highlights, not the lowlights. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, y'all see the highlights. All the highlight is your good plays. Y'all ain't see the
That's
bad
right.
ones,
That's
right?
right.
So like when I first got there, I wasn't that. And if you really that good, dog, you there should be no, hey man,
No.
you know what I mean? You gotta you behind so and so and so and so. When you step on the field, you that thing, you gotta start in spot before the season even started. That was never the case for me. So through my life, with football, I was like, all right, I'm here now, and I'm fifth string because they got depth chart. I'm fifth string. Oh hell no, we ain't doing that. You think I'm out here practicing like this in the sun to be a fifth stringer and not even play? Oh no, no sir. So that taught me to realize my weaknesses. Oh, go you raise your hand. Oh, is
I
that the
had to
number
raise my
five?
hand with that.
All right, all right.
Because I tell this story all the time. I have to tell this story. What's wrong with fourth, fifth string, my brother?
Nothing ain't nothing wrong with it if you're okay with not playing.
Okay, but you still okay. In my defense, like you
All right,
said,
was your fourth or fifth string?
I was. Okay, but okay, now- okay. Let me rephrase that. On the
All right.
basketball court, on the basketball.
Okay.
Now on the football court, I was second string. I was second
Hey, but you
string.
know what? On a basketball team, you still might get some PT. For people that don't know that, that's playing
Right.
time. You still might get some playing time because I think the max amount of people you can have on a basketball team is 15, I think, or the minimum is
Uh,
15. So if you fifth string, you might play
five. But what you mean? You mean on the team?
like
15 on the roster.
on a team. On a team, I think. Yeah, I think the minimum you can have is
15.
15. But so right, so you might get a chance to play. What about like on the NFL? But it's a 53-man roster. If you fifth string, four people got to get hurt for you to play, which is very rare. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So that you not gonna play at all. But you still going to weight training, you still running your laps, you still going to practice and sweating to death. So to me, bro, that it wasn't acceptable. So this is where I learned how to look at my weaknesses and then get better, and look at my strengths and
Look
get
at
better.
your strength.
And
Right.
so all it is self-reflecting and
That's
self-accountability.
right.
So even though I'm not balling no more, I still take those same principles and apply it to real life. Like, for example, when I was in sales, my first year in sales, I made $3,000. My second year in sales, I made $21,000. But my third year in sales, I ended up producing $1 million in sales, and I ended up making like 80, I think 85 or 80K, something like that. But that was the most amount of money I've made in my life.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait
So
a minute, young brother. You only 26 now. Now can you bag that up? See, this is why you guys, when you older, wiser, and humble with a good spirit in your heart, you always look for good hearted people like this guy right here. Yes. And then y'all team up and y'all like literally go back and forth and brainstorm because listen to what he just said. You 26 now, run back the 1, 2, the first year, the second year, and the third year. Run that back.
yeah, so first year was 3,000 in an
Okay.
entire year. That's how much money I made from sales. The
Okay.
second year was 21,000. The third year, I believe it was 80K, but I think I did a little bit more. But let's just say 80K
Okay.
for that part,
That's
bro.
good.
Not only did I double what I made last year, I tripled it, and then a little bit. So how did I do that? I learned. It was personal development, bro. Like I was sitting there first thing first. I was like, you need more meetings. You can't close nobody if you ain't in front of them.
That's
So
right.
I set a goal. I need 10 meetings a week, which is 40 meetings a month, excluding February.
Mm,
Right. So the more opportunities I got to close, I'm going to close. Like for example, the more opportunities you got to score a football, if you right there on the 1 yard line, the more opportunities you got, you going to score.
that's right.
Right? So okay, cool. So I started closing, but before I got to the close, the initial meeting, which is called a discovery meeting, I would take my phone, I would voice record the entire meeting, bro. I would take the voice recorder app on my phone, I turn it on. My phone's facing flat, face down in the
Uh-huh.
meeting, and I go through the meeting, and then whether I was good or bad, it didn't matter. But the reason I was doing that was because when I go home, I need to listen to that call, and then I started breaking down myself, just like watching film from what I learned from sports, bro. So like I would be like, okay, I'm listening to this man, and when he said that, this is really what he meant. When he asked this question, this is really what you should have had said to him, right? So I started getting a lot better, and so I was able to be more effective. So this is what we call like in sales. You don't want to practice on customers. Sit in front of them because you burning through leads. Practice don't happen in a game, bro.
That's
Practice
right.
happens at practice. So when you're doing a profession, right? Even if it's not football, let's say, for example, like you're a roofer. You can get better at roofing before you go get paid by a customer and F they roof up. Like you need to find a way to practice before the game. So right now, bro, we got the people ask me, man, how you get so good at being on camera, how you get so good at being going on podcasts. I practice. You see what I'm saying? Before I even went to a podcast, dog, I would go home and I would set up my tripod and I would talk to my phone like I was on a podcast before I even got on the podcast. It
That's
was
see,
practice.
that's practice. That's real dedication right there.
Right. So when I go show up for game time, it ain't no surprise what you get.
No surprise.
It,
That's right. That's right.
so I just took the same thing, and we even talked about it today, parenting. After every disciplinary like conversation or action, I have some self-reflecting time to make sure I'm doing this the right way. You got to be real with yourself. And I told you, how do you know if you was wrong as a parent? It's in your heart.
It's
If
in
you
your
if
heart.
in your heart you know you did something wrong, you're wrong, right? So, and I told you, we need to stop looking at parenting as parenting. We need to switch that word with teacher because that's really what you is. You a life teacher, and your kids. Stop looking at them as your kids. These are your students. They just belong to you. They're your DNA. But the whole point is to make sure that they got their skills that they need. So when you leave, they can make it.
They can
Right.
make it. Hey, that's
And
that's
so
a bar. That's a bar right there.
thank you. Thank you. So we looking at this, and I was like, man, if I'm having a disciplinary conversation or a disciplinary action, or it's a lesson behind what I'm teaching my kid, it's all about the delivery of the information.
Yes,
It's
sir.
how you deliver it. Right. So when I told you when I came in and I'm just screaming and raising hell as my daughter, she's 5. She don't see what I'm trying to teach her because it's an age difference. I'm 26. She's 5. A 5-year old is not going to see the world as a 26-year. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
So what I need to do is I need to be mindful of that and make sure I'm delivering the information because what she sees, she don't see a daddy that cares. She just see a nigga yelling in a house that's mad.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So even though I was right, bro, I'm not delivering the information the right way.
Hmm.
As teachers, we need to be mindful of if our students is receiving the information properly because if they not, you're not a good teacher. That came from me self-reflecting and having self-accountability because as parents, we think I'm the parent, you right, because that's how we was raised. I'm right, you wrong.
Right.
No, that's not. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Period. So I did actually apologize to my daughter today, man, and
That's good.
I said, hey, now daddy's not wrong. For what I was telling you, I want you to understand. We locked in, right? Okay, cool. I was wrong about how I went about my business, how I went about delivering the message. So next time, because like I told you, if your kids, especially your daughters, bro, they gonna date their daddies, whether they good dads or bad dads. If I want a man to bring my daughter, my little princess, and sit her down and talk to her, you know, respectfully, I should do the same thing. So, hey, listen, you did X, Y, and Z. Here's why that's not okay. Do you understand why that's not okay? Okay, cool. Now we got that understanding. Let's put this behind us and let's move forward. And so then we talked about like the fear thing and the respect thing as parents. So a lot of people are like, man, my kids respect me. No, they fear you. That's not fear is not respect, bro. What real respect is you don't even have to open your mouth and certain things just happen. That's
Right.
really what respect is. You see what I'm saying? So like, and it's the actions. If you got to remind somebody, hey, if you don't do this, if it's an ultimatum, if you don't do this, I'm gonna do this. That's not respect, bro. That's fear. So I want to make
You
sure.
remember? Oh, go
What's up,
ahead.
bro? No, go
No, I
ahead.
was
Go ahead. You.
gonna say you remember we was talking about this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we had we had a good dialogue talk about this earlier, and like I said, I just respect the simple fact of you taking an initiative at a young age to really help see these things clearly, because it is a hard job parenting. And the question I asked you, like your upbringing, the bottom line is,
Mm-hmm.
did you go, well, we already know you went through a lot of hard challenges, but what I'm saying is it was a learning challenge. So this is how you able to see what was wrong, what was right, and
Yeah.
you able to walk it with your daughters a different way. you
Mm-hmm.
know but you remember I asked you, what did I ask you earlier today? I say, but would you take anything away from the way that your parents was raised you? And you really said to me, no. I was glad you said that, right? Because that's what makes you who you are. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
just as well as you want your kid to look at you and judge you in a different way, or how uh like I said, ain't nobody perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you want your kid to judge you in a good way, but also you don't know how they're going to judge it or how you're going to take it, because this life thing, it goes, sometimes it goes uncontrollably. You know what I'm saying? You don't know where it's going to go. But all
Yeah.
you could do is do the work. You got the tools, do the work, and correct yourself and
That's right.
recorrect yourself. Hey, I think you're doing a wonderful job right now. I just said to you, like I said earlier, make sure
Mhm.
you do it both ways. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Yeah.
yeah, so they can understand it a lot more better that way. That's all.
Mhm. Yeah. No, and that's facts, bro. And that's the thing, man. Because you will really see, man, how people. How can I put it? Like the whether it's parenting methods and friendship methods or whatever the beliefs, right? We talked about if you start taking those things away, money, right? If somebody on crack, let's take the crack away, right?
Yeah.
Somebody alcoholic, look, all these different things. Let's strip these people down to who they are at the core,
Who they
right?
are as a person, right?
As a person, exactly. Man, that'll tell you everything that you need to know, whether they a parent, a friend, a husband, or whatever, And so, like when you talked about like just correcting yourself and recorrecting yourself, man, that's really about what it's about in life, dog. Like
In life.
you know, so we not like because here's the thing, what I learned, because we talked about that. You're like, man, you talked about how your mama whooped you, da 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 da, right? And I'd be
Yeah.
like, yeah, that didn't make you right. And you said, well, that still helps you become who you are. And to that I say you are right, right? You are right. But we have to start giving ourselves credit for the personal development we do under the circumstances that we under.
Oh, most definitely.
Because
Most definitely.
when when I went through whatever I went through, whether it's with my parents or just in life in general, I had made the decision. This is how I'm gonna go about my business. So what that means is that you can't really help what happened to you, right? Like,
Right.
or with somebody else, because those things are what we call non-controllable. Like you can't
That's
control them, bro. Like somebody walk up and punch you in your face, you can't control that.
right.
You see
right.
what I'm saying? You only can control what you can control, which is how you respond to things. You can
Mhm.
always control your responses, even if you make a mistake. Guess what? When you said you got to correct yourself, go apologize. If you got to recorrect yourself, do some internal reflecting
That's right.
in your mind and in your heart.
And in your heart. Woo! Say it there, young blood. In your
You
mind and in your heart.
in your
Man,
heart.
that's so big. That is
Yep.
so big. Like I told you earlier though, just to hear you go about these things and literally like put boots on the ground, brother. You the first
Mhm.
guy that I didn't really ran into that literally just don't talk. They actually go and do it. You know, like
You ain't
when we
lying.
talk, yeah, when we talk today, you
Yeah.
say, "No, you text me," and then
Mhm.
I text you back. Then I called you, and then
Yeah.
you was like, "I'm at church right now, brother." I was like, "Oh,"
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"That's
Because
what's up, young
I'm
brother."
trying to get it together, man. Like I'm telling you, bro. There and we believe it or not, me and Rob, we had this conversation at work.
Mhm.
When we talk about personal development, it's
Personal
literally
development.
your development as a person.
Yep.
Like so, and there's different categories of personal development, right? You got financial, you know,
Hmm.
like the more you learn, the more you earn. The more you know, the more you grow, right? So that's financial. You got spiritual. So when I say in your mind and in your heart, like in your heart is, hey man, and because that's like your moral compass. So when you work on your spirit, all of a sudden your responses change because you getting all that crazy person about you. You know what I'm
Oh, boy, we got to fan you because that's hot right there.
saying?
That right there is really hot because here go the thing, brother. You do have different ways of developing yourself, but as we can tell, is they put these the celebrities out here. You can tell they got all this money. It ain't gonna do no good if it's not connected to the spirit, man. The
That's what I said. Let's
spirit,
start. Let's start taking some of this stuff away because
that's what I'm
really,
saying.
you
Personal
start stripping
development.
people, and you start to see who
Yeah,
they really is. Let's take away that money. Let's take away that fame. Let's take
yeah,
away the social media accounts. Who are
yeah.
you, dog?
That
Who
that
you? Who are you really?
that job, that car,
The job.
that house. Take,
Absolutely.
take away all of that stuff.
Everything. Because
Everything.
I'm telling you, bro, if you really want to know who somebody is, man,
Mhm.
I tell you, man, what do they do when they're at their lowest point, and who are they when they lose? And that's everything that you need to know about somebody.
Hey,
You see what I'm saying?
my brother, I've been saying this for the last 2, 3 years since I've been on this thing. Who you better know what you will and what you won't do. You hear me? That's what you better know. You better know what you will do for money.
Yeah.
and
Come on,
and
man.
you
Hey,
better
we
know
about to
what
stay
you
on
won't
you.
do.
We about to stay on you. Shoot.
Man,
Come
and
on, man.
that is the truth right there, brother. Is and
Hmm.
what is that boy? What's the borderline of all of that? The character of who you are.
Character. See, and this is really what that See, that's a great word for it because I ain't know a word to you. Your character.
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, you can have. So I got friends of mine that don't have the same beliefs as me, right?
Uh,
Whether it's religion, whether it's money, all kind of different categories. They don't have the same beliefs as me. I don't care.
mm,
As long as they got good character, we locked in. Because as a different person, they're not supposed to share the same beliefs to you to a T. They different people.
right.
But when it comes to that code, hey man, you my brother, I'm your brother, and we
Yeah,
gonna do what brothers do. I don't. If you in the trenches, I'm in the trenches. If I'm in the trenches, you in the trenches. Who cares? We believe the same thing because we
that's right.
got that character lined up, though. You see what I'm saying? At least that one belief that we got.
One
You
thing.
know, we them real. We real. You feel me? We real ones.
Hey, well,
And
we were just talking about this, weren't we?
we was.
Yeah,
We
man, we
was.
be having some explosive conversations, man. We
That's a good
really do.
word. They do be explosive. Be blowing people back. Be like, whoa. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I mean, man, and that's the thing, bro. Like, and it goes to personal development, man. Because if Rob, okay, and here's the test, right?
Hmm.
You went through what you went through.
Hmm.
Okay, I went through what I went through. All right, we was both doing work on ourselves, on our goals. We meet in one spot, and we've been clicked up ever since.
Ever
If
since
you
in
don't
one
develop
spot.
how you, yeah, right, exactly. And if you don't develop how you developed until we meet, and if I don't develop how I develop until we meet, we just bypass each other every day and don't even say a word, and we completely miss. But because when you start to realize that people got good character and their character reflects your character, then you find family members, you find brothers, you find friends, because
Brother.
our character,
Yeah,
yeah, the character values align. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, bro, there's some things that you believe that I might not believe in. There's some things that I believe that you might not believe in. Look at
Hmm.
us right now. It don't even matter, do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It don't, because you don't have to. Everybody think that, man. Everybody got to be the same. You don't. You don't got to be the same. But what you do have to have is you do have to have some good character,
A
because
strong.
they
You got
say
to have a
right.
strong faith, and you got to have the character, and
Mhm.
definitely you really, man. I say this is real big, man. You got to be a real person. You can't be
Mhm.
a fake person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because that right there, man, like that ruins a lot of relationships, friendships. It just
Mhm.
uh it just ruins a lot of things if a person
Mhm.
ain't authentic. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
Yeah.
real.
Right.
It just ruins
Right.
a lot of things, brother.
Yeah. And to be honest, you wanna hear something,
Yeah.
which is to let you know that you ain't lying. The
Mm.
reason why I have been able to make, and I'm not gonna say a lot of money, because I ain't rich. But the reason why I was able to really change my situation was because when I showed up online, I was just me. I was vulnerable. I was authentic. I talked about my problems, and people started to relate to me. And next thing you know, my photo booth business took off. This media company is taking off because exactly from which I didn't show up as a
That's
fake
right.
person
That's right.
online. I didn't do that, man. I showed up as myself. And guess what? That is something that's your self respect, man. I don't care who like me. I like me. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like you. I don't care. Shoot, I like myself. I don't need people to like me. So guess what? When I'm going on and I'm putting content online and I'm doing videos online, man, as long as I can look at that person that online and I know I'm being my real
Mhm.
self, man, I don't care who told you. I mean, I would be happy if you tuned in, but guess what? I'll be happy if you don't. Keep that
Keep
fake stuff
that.
over there. You feel me? Shoot, you ain't got to watch any of my videos if you don't like it.
Hey,
And guess what? I ain't gonna, like, if I'm a music artist, I'm not about to change the music I make to go to cater to people who don't even buy my mixtapes. Not even the albums, bro. Y'all don't even buy my mixtapes. This
I
bump y'all. I'm gonna keep
man,
doing
I
me,
was I
bro.
was looking I was looking for that word phrase you just used. Um, it don't make no difference who you gotta like yourself, brother. You know what I'm saying? And, see, and that's a lot of
Right.
that's a lot of people problem. I believe they in love with they. I believe a lot of people ain't got no problems with loving themselves.
Hmm.
I think they just
Yeah.
don't like themselves. You feel me?
Hmm. Real talk. Real talk.
Because like
Shoot.
two different things. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Like and love is
Hey,
two
but
different
either way,
things.
and either way it go, bro. Like I said, man, cause what we do, and I'm pretty sure you the same exact way, because you got 186 videos on YouTube, right? And you
Right.
don't do this for the likes, you don't do this for the followers, you don't do this for the clout. You do this because you like to do this. Like you, Rob,
Mhm.
you had this message that's going out there, right, man? Positivity, personal development. You talk about these things. So if one person come across your channel, dog, and it's a real question, feel free to answer if you want to. If one person come
Okay.
across your channel and they say, Robert, let's say they're like, Robert, because you know how when they hate, they don't call you by your nickname, they call you by your real name. Robert, I came
Hey,
across your video. I didn't really like the message. I didn't really like the message, man. I feel like you got to change this. You got to change this. And to that, you say what?
this message is probably not for you then. If I look at that. If I have to literally change, yeah, I'll lie. I'll say, look at that. If I had to literally, if you can't relate to what message I'm putting out, this is not for you then, And and I'm okay with that because this is not for
Right.
everybody. Uh man, to change your lifestyle, to really be accountable for your lifestyle, to really be accountable for you, and for your past mistakes, and for you to just try to be a better person. This is hard work to do, brother. I spent
It
7
is.
years trying to do 7 years, and so this is really hard to do. So I'm not expecting everybody to really be okay with my message or with my thoughts. I'm okay with that,
Right.
So
And
I
guess what?
understand what you're
That
saying,
and
brother.
that's what and that's why the people who do like your message is gonna respect you to the umpteenth degree. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because like you say, bro, stand on what you stand on. Now that's a bar. Stand on what you stand on. You see what I'm saying? Like, man, you got people who got all these, they feel all these kinds of ways, but all of a sudden when they get some pushback, they change it and they backpedal and they apologize.
Hmm.
Nah, man, I'm not I'm not about to apologize for being real. I'm not about to
For
apologize for
being
trying to, yeah, for trying to tell people you put out positivity. You want to apologize for positivity? What we talking about? Because some people don't like that. You always positive. Some people tell you that at work sometimes. You always positive, and you always negative. How that's
hey,
working for you?
they be telling me that at work. You know that.
Yeah.
You know they be telling me that at work.
Hey, that's hating. Like somebody, because really what this is really what it is. And I'm about to some of your audience probably not gonna like me after this either. Right? So check this out, man. Look, if
Uh,
somebody is coming
uh,
around and you don't like that person's positivity every single day, instead of because positivity attracts, negativity negates.
don't
If that person
right.
positivity ain't pulling you in, what that means is, and the reason you get mad at that person for always being positive, it's too early in the morning. For positivity? What the hell is you talking about? There's never too early in the morning positivity, I believe. But what that means is you got so much negative stuff going on in your life. You actually are wishing you was that positive as this person. Because let me tell you something, positive people go through stuff too. They just choose to be positive about what they're going through. So
Hey,
these people, they wish
say
that
that
they was as
again now,
positive.
sir.
Hey, was that
Hey, say
was that one a bar?
man, that was that's an awesome bar right there. But I'm finna piggyback on what you just said. Now, although
Yeah.
I kept spewing that positivity at work, and
Hmm.
and you didn't know, I was going through my own challenges, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Didn't nobody even know that. And you see, I kept
Right.
going positive, kept talking positive, kept, you know, kicking it with people that I didn't know, giving them
Hmm.
strange names, right, that I'm coming up with,
Yes,
right?
Miss Lady,
But
Miss Lady,
I
Miss Lady,
kept it
Miss Lady.
positive.
How you doing, Miss Lady? How you
Hey,
doing, Miss Wi-Fi?
hey, I see was looking at me, man. I kept showing my positive books. She was looking at me like, hey, but you see though, it worked though, didn't it? She after I showed
It
her
did.
my my lane, she started being nice and
Hmm.
positive to me, you know. And
Positive. That's right.
that normally works out. Yeah, that normally work out for me. Uh, normally it work out. But man,
Man, we
this right here, this right. Go ahead.
I was letting you know, man, I'm moving locations, bro. I was out of the garage, bro. I'm starting to sweat now.
Yeah, but
Hot.
I'm saying I was just saying, man, this has been a real good live right here, man. For our very first one.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah. Man, it
now,
had.
now, now, what we got to do is connect. See, we already connected on the on my Facebook. So now, what we got to
Hmm.
do is learn how to connect them all the way together when we doing. Well, this here pretty long. Sometimes we'll do them short. You remember I told you I come in the YouTube space. We did like 2 3 hour lives. You know, that's how I really got connected with this thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, but you know what, bro? It ain't bad if like the long content is not bad if you giving great information, bro. If it's rich in information and value, which
definitely.
is what I believe we gave today, man. Like and what's so crazy, y'all? So this live, we did kind of have a topic planned, but he said we freestyling. Believe it or not, man, me and this man conversations are like this. We you right now, I can't tell if we on live or if we talking on the phone. But look if y'all pay attention, like this is our regular conversations. This is the dialogue that we have, day to day. So, man, when we share these conversations with people, hell yeah, they gonna be like rich in value and information, bro. Because you got two like-minded people exchanging information, dog. And so it's always like, bro, you learn from me, I learn from you, and then people gonna watch our conversations and they gonna learn regardless.
Man, and they gonna get something out of it. Most important, what they gonna get out of it is positivity. You know, that's what they're gonna get
Yeah,
right.
positivity.
Man, come on, man.
Mhm.
Self development, working. You have to work on yourself, man. Like I swear to you, when I started really doing the work on myself, I kept looking at people in my life. I kept looking at my life, and all I kept seeing was no self work, no accountability for self, and it was the last thing on anybody's list. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what I said was, I said was that's the key. self work on yourself. That's the key.
Hmm.
When you're good
Hmm.
about yourself, man,
It is the key.
you attract so much different energy, you know, because you
That's
pushing it
true.
out there, so it's gonna come back. Yes, yes, that's what have learned, man,
Hmm.
doing this.
All right, now I got a question for you, bro. Let me ask you this, and I know you gonna answer on 1,000.
Oh, go ahead.
Where do you think you would be to Where do you think you would be today if it wasn't for positivity and personal development?
Whoa, that's a big one there, brother. I don't even think I should say that online, right? Nah, I would probably have to say, man, I'll be in trouble, trouble.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll be in trouble
yeah,
if I didn't start thinking and start being aware of myself, start being aware of things around me, and start caring a little bit more about everything around me. See, you have to really care. How
hmm,
can you really treat yourself good or other if you not really tapped into your side and the inside? If you're not really caring about yourself, and I'm not saying like
hmm,
uh, uh, I'm not saying like when I speak about caring about yourself, I'm not saying like being selfish, caring about you, or really caring
yeah,
about how you speak to act, how your character is. You know, I'm talking about that.
right. And how your actions affect others is basically what
How
you're
your
saying,
actions
right?
affect others. Yes. See, a lot of us we care a lot about
Hmm.
ourselves, but I don't think we really care how the imagery that we pushing out your character and your actions, how that play is. I don't think we care too much
Hmm.
about that. So I would have to say that's pretty big right there for me.
Right. Hey, same here, bro. Same here, man. Like I already told you what my dad told me I was going. You know, and for
Yeah,
people who watching
yeah,
this, y'all might say, "All right, we y'all done talked about personal development. We talked about how important it is." I always like to lead people with actionable steps.
hmm,
Like how to start getting in tune with personal development. So
that's right.
again, we talked about the different categories. Literally pick a category and order it, and so it's financial, you got spiritual, you have mental, like your mental, your personal development, and whatever category you can create categories if you want to, your laziness development, whatever, man, put that stuff on paper in order of importance, like whatever one you think you really need or one you really want to start with, and then start developing. So what does that look like? So when we talk about how your actions affect others and talk about, it's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to it. If you don't like what you putting out, change what you're putting in.
That's right.
So what are you consuming? So for me personally, man, I started listening to different music. So it wasn't always drill music, because if you listen to drill
Right.
music, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna drill somebody.
Gonna drill.
Ain't no
Yep.
surprise. So I started listening to
That
different
music
music.
plays a big
uh
part.
Huge part. Huge part. If I listen to angry music and wonder why I'm angry when I go to school, ready to tear somebody's head off their shoulders.
Right.
It's all about what you consume. So you should, like, first thing I started to do, like for example, was on the mental side. So you have personal development books. So Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. You have that one. It's one that's called Hustle Stronger. No, Hustle Harder and Smarter by 50 Cent.
50 Cent.
You got the 50th Law by 50 Cent. These
50 Cent.
these is books that I read that really helped my mental and really help my on the education. I say mental, it's like it can be education, but it can be like mental as far as how you think and how you carry yourself. So reading books. If you don't like to read books, get some audiobooks. And instead of listening to music, man, start consuming podcasts. There's tons of podcasts out there. There's tons of podcasts for the spirit. There's podcasts for personal development. There's podcasts in education. So when you want to like for me, when I was trying to learn about business, I started reading business books. But you got to be specific in the books that you read.
Yeah.
So instead of just saying, uh, I want business books and getting mad every time you get served up poor rich dad, poor dad. Oh, it ain't that many books out there. It's the same books. Nah, bro, you're just not being specific in what you're looking for. You got marketing business books. You got branding business books. You have financial business books. You have books about contracts. So be real specific in what you want to learn, and then just keep learning those things, man. And it's the same thing. Like for me, you got personal development for marriages and relationships. My wife tell me that I'm emotionally disconnected because my life is hard. I tell her she too emotional. So that causes a conflict. So guess what we both need to do? We need to do personal development on the marriage side. So you just start reading, man, start reading, being like what Rob talked about today. He mentioned it. I don't know if y'all caught it, but he was talking about like the knowledge. And we came from a place of wanting to learn.
Mhm.
Just be hungry for the knowledge, bro. Just want to learn, because you can be a better person. Like, and I talked about this one time with you at work, Rob. I don't know if you remember it, but like animals, bro, they can't reprogram the way they think. A lion is always gonna be a lion. You could try to go over there and negotiate with him if you want to. He gonna bite your head off. That's all because it's a lion. Human beings, bro, we're one of the few and only species on this planet that can think a certain way today and then think a different way tomorrow. And we don't have to be the same person. We get to reprogram our brains, reprogram our habits, reprogram our traits. That's powerful, bro. And so,
Definitely.
this is why when they say old dogs can't learn new tricks, that is a lie. It's not even about age, bro. It's about learning. So when you say an old dog can't learn new tricks, why not? Because it's old? Nah, bro. It's because the dog don't want to learn. Your age don't even matter. Like Rob, you a prime example. Like you said, bro. You said half of 100, right? You half of 100. Who cares? You still learning. It don't
Hey,
even matter.
hey, but you know what?
So
And that's
man,
what my philosopher. That's listen. My philosopher literally for me it was audio books, right? Audio, video.
hmm
Uh,
right.
man, I used to listen to this stuff for like it's it's 24 hours in a day. I used to listen to it for like 17 hours, 18 hours every day. I would
Mm,
just have the phones on.
mm.
I didn't listen to no music, no nothing. I literally shut the world out, man. I shut the negative out and I just stuck positivity in my ears, man. That's all I wanted to read about was knowledgeable
Wow.
people. Yeah, it was big, man. Like so, one day we're gonna have to really do just a little segment on the way how you was able to change your life to the positive and better. And I would like to also do the same, like to tell this story because it's a journey, man. Like for you, you young, and I'm glad that you did this at a young age. That's why your story is so impressionable to me and for the young generation. You know, you really have a real powerful story for the young kids out here to really, like you say, that world out, put the but I guess that's what it is. But I just call it bad music. you know, uh,
Bad music. Yeah.
yeah, because back in my they had it as well, but I didn't listen to that stuff. The only music I like was that real G music. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the player
Yeah.
gangster type guy. So that's the type of music. If it's street music, real music, not that shoot 'em up, bang bang. Nah, no, 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 no. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
for me to really took 7 years, even though I done it late, but for me to literally take 7 years out of my life and to change what I listened to change what I believed in, to change my thought process, all off of me just wanted to have a personal relationship with myself to really get to know who I am. I'm telling you guys, man, it was an unbelievable moment, and it was a spiritual moment. You see what I'm saying? That's the place we all need to come to. So to see you having that at a young age, brother, I couldn't do. I asked a couple of questions when we first hooked up at the job. Those answers that you
Mhm.
gave back to me, I'm talking about they was head on, right? I was like, now that's a man that knows where he going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And ever since then, me and you, man, we've been like, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah,
uh I don't
yeah.
know, man,
That's
but like
facts,
I
man.
say, this gonna go far, man. This is gonna go real far. And I'm just glad, man, to be working with you.
Man, same here, bro. And like I said, dude, I'm gonna throw this real because I know, man, we can't stay on the whole time, but I
Yeah,
want to throw
yeah,
this
yeah.
out there.
Okay.
When we first started talking and at work and stuff, and cause I ain't talking to nobody at
Right.
all. You would come up, hey man, young blood, I see you doing your push-ups, man. That's what's up. That's what's up, right? And I told you that I used to work for a marketing company. I know all these things about marketing, right? Man, I think this conversation, people need to hear this conversation. But in the
Hey,
exchange between older people, yeah, yep, for sure, for sure. He pointing to the sky. He talking about the Lord, divine
yeah.
intervention. Listen to me. I think people need to hear this exchange between a young person and an older person. So you said, listen, man, I've been doing a lot of work on the content side, with my YouTube channel and stuff. And so, but I don't really have everything together. And so I want to get a little partnership going. That's the word you said. I want to get a partnership going. I was like, okay. You was like, you young, you got this technology thing down pat, and you know the marketing and everything like that. And so, man, I would love to, just be a fly on the wall and just absorb knowledge and just learn. I would love to like to learn some things from you and stuff like that. I would just love for you to teach me and show me. And you was like, and in return, man, I'm one of the most loyalest people you will ever meet. You ain't got to worry about me backstabbing you and doing all this other stuff. And two, you said, man, I got tons and tons of wisdom. And so, and guess what? For a person like me, I was like, so I respected the loyalty thing, right? 100%. But it was the wisdom angle that you was kicking. And so if I'm like, man, because listen to me, man, and it talks about this in the Bible. I've been reading Proverbs. If people don't know, Proverbs is the book of wisdom,
Smart
right?
man.
Knowledge is what you
Man.
know. Look, I'm about to blow them away. Talking about explosive conversation. I'm about to blow them away. Knowledge is what you know. Wisdom is what you do with it.
Mm,
So
mm.
when you came and told me, like, man, I got a lot of wisdom and stuff like that. To me, somebody who's wise, that's worth gold to me, dog. You didn't know that at the time when you said that, but I'm like, oh, bro, that's valuable to me. Shoot, hell yeah, come on over with the wisdom, because I know that if you have wise people in your corner, you actually paying for speed. And what I mean by that is, every time you make a mistake, it's a setback. If you got wise people around you, you don't even hit those setbacks, bro. It's like you get an accelerated version of the learning.
Mhm,
So when you said you got the wisdom, that was all I needed to hear, bro. That's
mhm.
it. And guess what? You over delivered on the wisdom. You see what I'm saying? Since we've been talking, over delivered on the wisdom. So, man, people will be like, man, because the regular young person be like, man, I don't want no wisdom. What the
Yeah,
hell?
yeah.
That's all you got, wisdom. Hey, no, man, I could use some. Bring that over here. Let's do it, man. Come on, let's get this partnership kicking. And guess
Hey.
what, man? It's been a great partnership so far.
Mhm, mhm. Hey, man. That's why I call you my brother, man. My little brother, man. Cause it's like It hurts, man. I love how you express your words. I love how it come out. It comes out exactly how you sound. That's exactly what you mean. It ain't no faking it, brother. You hear me? You mean exactly what you say.
Right.
That's what I love about you, young dog. I'm telling you, man. It's so hard. It's so hard to get genuine, real people. The first thing what I say, dude, I'm not gonna stand it back. That's the that's the first thing I said, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
used to
yeah. It
being
was.
around people, man. I'm used to being around people that smile in your face, man, and just
Yeah.
bo,
All the
and
time, they
get
won't
you
take your
behind
place. Right. Yeah, yeah.
hey, no, hey, no funny stuff to them. Hey, no shade to them. I love my people. Don't get me wrong. I love everybody. That's the funny thing about all of this, man. That's how I knew that I was different because a lot of people that done me wrong, man. I'm talking about like stabbing you in the back wrong. Uh, I still love these people. You know what I'm saying? I really love these
As
people. I'm
you
talking
should.
about
As you should. They talked about that at church today. As you
yeah.
should, bro.
Yeah, so for that being said, look, I'm surprised it took this long. Normally, when I get on live, my phone go to ringing. It don't ring no other time until I get on live. Hey, but that's the thing that's so special, man, with me and you is because like you know when people be asking us questions, you know what y'all doing together, what y'all got this going on, what you know how people be asking us these questions, and
Hmm.
yeah, and it
Yeah,
just be like that same ambition, that same drive, that same real
yeah.
that real drive, that want to see each other win drive. Man, that's
Hmm.
very rare,
Hmm.
you know. So like you say, over deliver.
Yeah.
No, young brother, you have over delivered as a young person for one, but as a young person to an old friend such as myself, an older guy. Man, so I want to say thank you, young blood.
Man, bro, I appreciate the appreciation. I just want to say thank you. Thank you.
And that's what make it great in each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. So man,
Hmm.
what you think about this first
Yeah.
live we done together? What you think
Hey, it was everything.
about it?
It was everything I knew it could be. It was everything I knew it could be, bro. And this is what's so powerful, because like I said, man, we really ain't even prepped for this. We ain't got no notes. This is
Hmm.
our everyday conversations, bro. This is how we vibe every single day. And so it ain't no difference whether it's in person or on live, dog. So man, I want to just say, Rob, bro, I am so proud of you, man, for all the work that you've been putting in. This is your 186th video on YouTube, bro. So, man, congratulations, my dog. I'm glad that I got to be 186. And
Hey,
guess what,
186.
bro? Because you do this 186, the big 186. And man, I'm proud of your hustle and your development, your journey. And guess what, bro? What's the crazy thing is you ain't even scratching the surface yet, dog. You know what I mean? You ain't even
Man,
scratching the surface yet. So that's the
we
most powerful thing about this is because man, we have not even start to see what God got in plan for us yet, bro. But we know it's coming. We know something big coming.
we already know it's something big coming because we literally kind of prep for this. We work hard at it at the job. We talk about the job. You know, and this ain't every time,
Hmm.
like you just said, every time we talk, it be just like this. You know, it be this explosive. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So wait a minute before we get out of here, man.
Yeah.
We got to introduce we got to introduce yourself on here. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull this up right. Let's see.
All right.
Oh, no, no. This hey, check this. Right, the that
All
concert
right.
I went to, right? Yeah, check
Mhm.
check out this concert I went to. Okay, you know me, keep the camera rolling, right?
All right. Mhm.
Okay, watch this. Watch this. Okay, can you say can you say something positive about the concert? What you think about? I like that. I like that. That's right. Yeah,
Mhm. Man, you funny. You crack me up,
yeah. Okay,
man.
well, check this one out right
You
here. Now, this the one I wanted to play.
all
This
right?
the one I wanted to play for you. You see it?
Yeah, yeah, man,
Uh,
bro.
now,
Yeah,
now, yeah, yeah, man. So let them know, man. This is the production company. Explain it to them. Now the production company gonna be under
right.
our podcast. I don't know if we ready to reveal the podcast name just yet, but I'll let you go ahead and
Man,
say it,
let's do
sir.
it. Come on, bro. Okay. Well, matter of fact. Before I do it, we gonna make some legal stuff is straightened out before we do that. Right, right. Hold on. Let me get out in the shade here. But yeah, before we release the name, we will do another episode. And we'll release the name. But to explain how everything is set up, so Stronger Version Media, this is the umbrella company,
Mhm.
and Stronger Version Media is really it's a production company, and this is the name that I'm running my coaching business under.
That's right.
So the vision for Stronger Version Media, let's say if you want to do a podcast, right? And you're not sure about the gear that you need, all this other stuff, you will call us, and then we will come in and we will do your lights, the mics, the decor, the whole thing, man. We're gonna come, like, it's gonna be like exhibit pimp my ride, but it's gonna be like pimp my podcast. We're gonna hook you all the way up. And so, and then that way, because the biggest part, there's so many people who want to do the podcast right now, and I'm just going to call this era the podcasting era. So many people want to do podcasts, and so many people they want to start podcasting, but their knowledge of the equipment, like not knowing what to have and how to get started, stops them. And the other big problem is consistency, because you constantly got to find your tripod and set up your lights and do all, like if there's a bunch of steps, you won't do it. So if you look at anything that's successful, it's super easy. So, like for example, the TV, they don't make it hard for you to watch what you want to watch, do they? And they soak up all your time. So, if imagine going into your house and then you want to get your podcast popping, and all you got to do is go in there, turn on the lights, and press record. That's two steps to get started. So now you don't have an excuse not to be consistent. All you gotta do is go in there, turn on the lights, and press record. Or if you somebody like myself and you do a lot of coaching through Zoom and you want a better Zoom setup, you want better lighting, you want a more professional setup to deliver, to kind of elevate the experience for your online guests, then we'll come in, we'll do your home office setup where you got a camera and you got your lights set up and you got a really good setup for your home office so you can deliver powerful Zoom presentations and all that kind of stuff. So that's what Starter Media do. The second half of that is the coaching side where me as a personal branding coach, as a content creation coach, I host classes and seminars, presentations to help people with their personal branding and with their content creation. So we actually got one coming up. It's this
Yeah.
Wednesday, September 24th at 6 p.m. Yeah, it's gonna be through Zoom, so you can reach out to Rob, and he'll make sure I send him the link so he can get it to you guys. And so that's 6 p.m. Central Time. In this class, we're actually going to be talking about content creation. So if I told y'all to go out there and just make better content, what does that mean? If you don't know what that means, your butt should be in the class. So I'm gonna teach people how to turn your phone into what I call a video production device. Your phone is a powerful tool. You got to know how to use it because a lot of phones now they come with 4K quality. So you actually have a professional camera in your hand. So there's no more excuses. Then the next thing is the mindset and philosophy behind creating content. Like Rob got a philosopher. You know what I mean? He said my philosophers. Like it's a philosophy. It's a mental strategy behind creating content. I'm gonna walk you guys through that. After that, we're gonna talk about
Yeah.
content strategies because I believe the way I teach about content creation, consistency is not a strategy; it's an output. Like a strategy is I'm gonna do this, which is gonna set up my next move, and this is gonna create that opportunity for me. It's you moving pieces, right? You don't need a strategy just to show up. You got to just show up. But sometimes showing up is not good enough. You gotta actually start applying strategy into your content, and I'm gonna talk you all through that. And then the last thing is video formats. There are four kind of video formats, and you got to know which one is best for you and which one is best for your audience. So right now, going live is a video format. Rob is the king of going live. This dude is literally the king of going live. And so what this does for Rob is it let Rob be himself, man. This dude, he'll go to get on live, he'll be himself, and he's done with the video. No editing at all. There's no post editing. He just upload the video. So this dude has literally figured out a secret sauce that a lot of people have not figured out yet. That I don't want to edit. I don't like editing. I don't know how to edit it. Then go live and have meaning, powerful, and like Rob said, explosive conversations and give value to people. And then you ain't got this video ain't gotta be worried about being edited. And I bet you some people gonna learn more from this one video that we made than 10 other
Yeah.
videos that they watch that's edited. So I'm about to deliver the goods, bro. And anybody from Rob audience, since Rob is my friend, and a friend of my friend is my friend. So come on over to this class, man. Because this is huge for us, Rob. This is gonna be stronger version media first class under the new business name, which is huge, man.
Right.
This is like
Right.
going to a Super Bowl. I feel like so, man. I'm gonna be cooking in this class, bro.
Well, like I say, young brother, hey, I'm with it, and I'm just glad that everything is finna work out, man. And I'm talking about, I could just see it already. I could just see, like when we be doing what we doing at the little events,
Hmm.
the chemistry you it just works so great, So I already see the vision, I already see
Yeah.
it. So, you got anything else you want to say, young brother, before we get on up out of here?
Nah, bro. I'm talked out.
Yeah, yeah. We did a hour and 30 minutes. So this been pretty
Shoot.
good right here.
Hmm.
Hey, and the first one, and the first one.
The first one. There's only number one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hey, brother, well, listen, I want to say thank you for coming over on my channel over here, the RCD
Yeah.
TV show. Hey, I'm about to call it the show now. You hear me? The RC Community
RC.
TV show. You know,
Let's go. That's right. That's right.
you know what I'm saying?
Shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yep. Okay. So let them know that we'll be promoting it anyways. But you say it's on the
Hmm.
24th. That's
The 24th, which is a Wednesday.
next.
Yep, next Wednesday
Yeah.
at 6 p.m. Yep. Yep. So make sure y'all show up, man. And yeah, man, just come to the class. You're gonna learn a lot. So it's virtual. Again, if you need a link, hit up Rob. He'll send it over to you. And man, I just want to say thank you. We've been talking about this for a while, but it finally came to fruition about coming on to your show. So appreciate you for bringing me on. Thank you for being an amazing big brother, an amazing mentor, and also having
Yeah.
strong character, man. So I really appreciate you, dog.
Oh man, look, man, you saying some things, man, boy, that just warming up the old man heart and spirit. Okay. Hey, hey, you already know, young blood. You already know, man,
Yeah,
how I feel about you, man. It's an honor
yeah,
for me. I'm just tell you that it's just an honor for me to be able to kick it and vibe with a real humble person like yourself. And you a go getter, brother. I like that. I love that. Keep that
for
energy
sure.
up. You hear me? Okay.
I hear
And we
you.
will get back on here again, brother. We'll get back on here again. Okay. You have a nice hey, you go on and enjoy your night, man. Cause we third shifters.
Yeah, we Thursday Warriors. We got to get to bed. But hey, bro, love,
Yes,
man.
we
I'll
do.
see you at work.
Okay, yeah, peace, bro. Love.
All right, bro.
All right. All right. Give it up, my young dog there. Give it up from my young dog and his new production company. Okay. This is the new production name company, Stronger Version Media. It's gonna be under the umbrella of all the other little productions that we actually coming up with. You heard the man. You heard what he said, right? We can't even pronounce. I was going to give y'all our podcast name, but we can't even pronounce that yet. You heard what the young man said. We study in negotiations, right? Well, we just have to sign it on the dotted line. Okay. You heard it from the young guy. That's Mr. Selah. I tip my hat off to the young guy. He's a real humble. You hear I keep saying that word, humble. He's a real humble young man. Okay. He's a young, humble man with a good spirit, a good heart. He has a wonderful family. And I'm learning a lot from this young guy as well. Even though I'm older, but I'm learning a lot, and I'm learning how. I don't know. I'm just learning how to look at things in a different perspective as well. Because it's like for him to be young and have this much of humbleness inside his heart and spirit, and plus he's a soldier. Okay, that's very rare that you find in these young kids today. So me personally, I have a real uh, I have a real sense. I have a real sense about a young, humble spirit like that. So I'm real glad. I'm real glad that the Lord Jesus Christ made it to whereas we was able to find one another. Um, like he said, if I wasn't on this journey, the journey that I've been on for 7 years, my life journey, Um, if I wasn't re-looking into my life to try to be a better person, re-looking into my spirit to try to find a better way of living the rest of my life. Uh, I just wanted to be, I just wanted to do something different, and I wanted to be better. So if I wasn't on this journey, me and him, we just would have passed each other. I was on the work. I was on this journey doing the work, you guys, for 7 years. And my philosopher he told me that along this journey, you're going to lose some of the people that you love. And my gosh, he was right. But he also said, in the process of you losing those people that you love, my spirit and my newfound spirit that I'm tapping into was going to create new people. My philosopher told me this. He told me I was going to lose some of the people that I love, but it was going to, uh, life was going to send me new people that fits and align with the journey that I was on. And my gosh, he done it. Do you hear me? So on that note, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all see, you see the work. You go back when you get a chance to look at these videos. Go back over the years, videos. See where I started at, right? See where I started at and see where I'm at now, but also look at where I was trying to be. Look at where I was going. Look at my start to in the middle to my finishing product. Look at this. And it would tell you that self development, self care, being accountable, those was all the steps that I took to get here. And it wasn't it wasn't easy, okay, but it wasn't hard either. See, that's the thing. It wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard. Okay. It's all about making a choice. And the choice sometimes has to be versus all makes sense. Right? It all has to deal with in a way that it all makes sense. Wait a minute. Okay. This was one of the ways I knew. This was one of the ways that I knew that it was going to not only make sense for me, but make sense for my life journey. I took that playbook out of my mama, Lord Jesus Christ, the lady that I love, the lady that I miss. I took her playbook and I put it to use, and now I'm here. So I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you, and I want to say thank you. So to the next time, you understand me, gonna be it's gonna be uh I'm getting a whole lot of back play with this. Hold on. I'm trying to hold on for a second. Okay. There we go. Uh for me, this journey, this 7 years of journey has been an awesome blessing. Okay. I had to reinvent myself. I had to find myself. Okay. So I always tell you guys, if I can do it, anybody can do it. the Lord Jesus Christ has really answered you guys and answered my work. That's the main thing. Self development, self care, and being honest about your intentions. Okay, you guys, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. This was a real good one. I believe this went so well. Okay, this went so well, and I'm thankful. Hey, when y'all get a chance to check out this video, please subscribe to this channel, Mr. RC Community T, on YouTube. Okay, stay tuned. Stay tuned to this channel and upcoming events. You see my business partner. He was just in here on my live. When you go and watch this, please watch the whole thing. I know it's kind of long. Okay. We're going to get into short clips as well. But y'all already know me. I love doing long lives because I have a lot. I have a lot to say and a lot to be thankful for as well. So the next time, okay, to the next time I put my face on this place, peace, love, and blessings. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And you already know time to get ready for that work week. Peace and love, you guys. Now it looked like that I lost service during that intro. That's because I forgot to turn off the off button, so that's my bad. I will get better at that, I promise. Subscribe to the channel, Mr. RC Community TV.